How we doing, folks? Chef Martin Anderson here, aka Fat Chef Slim. It's our second video, and tonight we're going to make a piccata of chicken with homemade salsa and rooster potato wedges. The recipe is available in the notes section of the Fat Chef Slim page on Facebook. If you have any questions, you can send me a private message on that page. So we're going to begin now to show you the ingredients. And what we have here tonight now is we have a fresh breast of farm-fed chicken. We have some rooster potatoes cut into wedges. We have a wee bit of smoked rock salt. We have some diced red onion. We have some fresh diced tomato. We have a teaspoon of sugar. We're going to use some fresh lemon juice, fresh coriander, tandoori spices, and one wee hot boy of a chili. And we're going to show you how to work that now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare the potato wedges and get them into the oven. So the first thing is the rooster potato wedges. We put the potatoes in their wee bowl. We've got some tandoori spices. We're going to put in the tandoori spice. We've got a wee bit of the smoked rock salt that you've seen earlier on. That's going to go on there. And we're going to season up with a wee bit of lemon pepper as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say 6 grinds of lemon pepper. We're going to put in a wee bit of our rapeseed oil in as well. You can use low-cal spray if you wish for this recipe. We're using rapeseed oil tonight. Now, we've got the potatoes are in a bowl. We've got a bit of cling film here now, okay? And we're going to wrap the top of this with the cling film. And as they say, we're going to shake them to wake them. Okay, we've shaken them about now, and you're going to put them in the fridge for approximately a half an hour to 40 minutes, and you're going to let them marinate out a bit. Okay? So the potatoes have been marinated now. We've taken the cling film off. You can see there, they were in the fridge. You can see they've got a nice, rich, deep red colour on them, okay? And they're completely coated in the tandoori spices. So we're going to set that there. Now, we have here a baking sheet, you can see, and I have some non-stick silicone paper onto the baking sheet, and we're going to layer the potatoes onto the sheet. So you can use your fingers, but be careful, because you're going to get a lot of the tandoori spice onto your fingers. And we're going to layer them down now. Don't layer them all together. Layer them nice and evenly on the tray. As I said, you can use your fingers or you have a pair of rubber gloves. So the oven is at 200 degrees. The potatoes are coated in your tandoori spice and your rapeseed oil. Layer them out on the tray, and we're going to get them ready now for the oven. Okay, so our oven is at 200 degrees. The potato wedges are in the oven, and the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to prepare the salsa. So what we've done is we have already mixed here. We have the tomatoes, the onion, the lemon juice, the coriander, the sugar, a wee bit of salt, very slight bit of salt, and the lemon pepper. So the last thing we have to do now is we're going to put in the chili. And this here is a Scotch bonnet chili, and it is one of the fieriest, one of the hottest chilies that you can get. So we're going to prepare the chili. As I said, we have a Scotch bonnet chili here now, and we have a good sharp knife, and we have a chopping board. Okay, so the first thing with the chili is we're going to cut the top off it, okay, and we're going to split it down the center. Now you see inside here in the chili is the seeds. So the hotter you want your salsa, you leave the seeds in, but you want to take those seeds out, okay? So we have the second seeds there now, and we're going to pull them out onto the board because we want it fiery, but we don't want it too hot, okay? We're going to put them off to the side. And we're going to take our chili now and slice it into thin slices, okay? And we're going to slice it again, take it into thin slices, okay? And all your slices then, you're going to dice up. So remember, if you want it very, very hot, leave the seeds in. But in this case, we're going to take it out because it's going to be oh so fiery. So there we have now, we have our fresh chili. So as you said, we have our other ingredients mixed. We have our fresh chili, and we're going to put our fresh chili in now with our salsa. Okay, can you see that now? Look at the nice colours. We have our lemon juice, our chopped tomato, our onion, our coriander, and our fresh chili inside the salsa. So your wedges are in the oven, and the salsa is made. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to do the piece of chicken. So this is a piece of farm-fed chicken. You can see there that it's nice and lean. There's a wee bit of fat on the underside of the chicken. We're going to trim that off. There's a wee bit of sinew here. Okay, we're going to trim that bit of sinew off there, put it to the side, and there's a wee bit of membrane here as well. You want to remove that bit of membrane. Okay, so you want to keep the piece of chicken more or less whole on the board. Turn it with the breast side, the outside part of the breast, put it onto the board, and then you're going to take your knife and slice the breast of chicken across the way there to make one large scallop of chicken. Okay, we have some lemon pepper here. As you can see there, there's some lemon pepper, and that's very difficult. It's back to front in the camera. There you go. We've got some lemon pepper. We're going to season the chicken on one side, and we're going to turn it over and season the piece of chicken on the other side. So there's our piece of chicken now, ready to go onto the pan, and then we're going to bake it into the oven. So the potatoes are nearly done. The salsa is made. All that remains now is to actually cook the piece of chicken. We're going to seal it in the pan. We're going to put it on the tray. We're going to put it in the oven to roast, and then assemble the final dish. So the oven is still on with the potatoes. As I said, it's at 200 degrees. We have a griddle pan here. You can use a non-stick pan if you wish, and we're going to use a wee bit of low-cal spray as well now. So a few squirts of the low-cal spray into the pan, and you have your piece of chicken, and you're going to put your piece of chicken presentation side down onto the pan. So the chicken is sealed off in the pan now. You see we have a nice crisscross design on there. Gives it a nice effect, and we're going to get ready now to place it into the oven. So there's your chicken ready to go now to the oven. So everything is cooked now. Potatoes are done, the chicken's done, the salsa is made. We're ready. We're going to assemble our final dish. So the first thing we're going to do is put our piece of chicken onto the plate. We have our wedges ready to go. As you can see there, there's a nice colour on the wedges. They're nicely coated with the spice. And about 5 or 6 wedges per person would be enough for that. Yeah, we'll turn this right a little bit so that you can see the chicken there. How does that look? So 5 or 6 wedges per person onto it. And then finally, the last thing we have now is we have our fresh salsa. To top the chicken. And remember, your salsa is hot, and that's going to complement the nice juiciness of the chicken. A wee bit of the salsa juice maybe over the top as well. Onto it. Just a wee drizzle round. A wee bit of salsa around the plate. Make sure you get all your nice herbs and everything. So there we have, folks, the piccata of chicken with homemade chili and coriander salsa and fresh tandoori wedges. Thank you very much. This is Fat Chef Slim. The recipe is available in the notes section. So the chicken is sealed off. You can see there we have a nice design on the chicken. It's you see the wee crisscross designs there. It's going to be ready for the oven now. We're going to put it on. With the cling film. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as they say, we're going to shake them to wake them. Okay? We're going to shake the potatoes about